here, I want to show you, let's do another order. And let me look for wood door. And I think wood door. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, while you're doing this, I see one question from Anthony Harrington, and he's wondering, when will this be available for the Android market?
We're currently working on that. It takes a little bit more time because the good and the bad is that many people, of course, you know, Apple is very restrictive, and but what that enables is that everything is the same, so you can, in a way, be able to produce a software that will be available to everybody at the same time. On Android, it's not like that. Android is open. It is not controlled at all by Google, but that brings a problem. Maybe you're able to do more things, but then every single carrier or phone set has a different version of the Android, and the software needs to be done now. It takes a lot more time in order to be able to be viewed by everybody almost at the same time. So that's the explanation why it's not ready right now. We are working on that, and we expect to have something for the end of summer. Okay?
Okay, very good, very good. And I've got another question from Carla Oriana, and she's wondering, can you use this on any iPhone or only the 3G?
Good question. No, it can be used on 3G, 3GS, and 4.
Okay, and then let's see.
And it can be used on iPad 3, on iPad 1, the iPad 2, and it can be used also on iPod Touch 3rd generation and 4th generation.
And we're going to show you here momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, the what is called the SLED, which is the infrared product scanning device and card swiping device that envelops the iPod itself. If any of you have been to an Apple store, that's what all those blue-shirted Apple employees carry, is an iPod with that SLED. And they're literally a walking point of sale. There are no lines at a register in an Apple store. That's the very same system that we've got. So if you picture the iPad at the point of sale, come Christmas time or holiday season, a line 12 people deep, you know how like they do in a bank, and you'll, on a busy day, the manager will come up, or some other clerk or teller will come up and say, who's got cash? Cash only. And a couple of hands go up, and she takes them and handles them real quick, because it takes less time. It takes, you know, less service, and they're in and out quickly, and they keep customer loyalty and satisfaction. And that's what this does. You can take that when you've got a line and it's a busy time, you simply show your sales clerks to address the customers in the line, say, who's real busy? Who needs to get out of here right away? I'll check you out right now. Here. And they simply scan the product, swipe the card, have the customer sign with their finger on the device, print or email the receipt, and they're out of there. It literally that quick. It's called line busting. So this is something that's going to be huge. Typically, that type of device, see, all these features and benefits are that of a $50,000 point-of-sale system with CRM, product control, and you know, all of these different features which Joel has been sharing with you. Normally, only an expensive large national retail chain store has access to. We're bringing this right to the small mom and pop merchant. They have all the same features and benefits without any of the cost, or you know, let me rephrase that, at a fraction of the cost. And that's one of the reasons why we're so excited. I'm going to go real quick to David Claggett's question, Joel. In a bar environment, when placing an order on hold, do you take the credit card into info first, or how do you track multiple orders without knowing the customer's name? That's a good question.
That's a good question. Right now, the system allows you to put that. Let me go back here. When you want to, let me go cancel. If you want to open a ticket to a customer, you can come here, and if your customer is not here, which you will not be looking for customer maybe in the bar, you just click here, customer info, and you quickly add the first name, last name, and when you save, it will save that transaction on that customer's name. And then you look for that. In fact, let me do that very quickly.
David, Joel's just going to show you how to do it. Because you can track this customer's name by or order by the first few letters of his name, or the name of his, or the address, or the phone number. That's what's so cool.
Yeah, right now you can enter all this information, but we can set up the system to enter only the first name, last name, and that's it. And when you do that, it's not going to let me save it because I have to first enter everything. But we can customize, as I said. When you do that, then you will automatically, when you do the customer, you will be sent directly to this screen that I'm going to show you in a second. Which product is?
All right. And while you're getting that,
while you're doing that,
go ahead.
I was going to say what I think is so sweet about what we're just talking about. Let's say I'm a waitress and I'm working in a nice sized bar, and I'm using this system and I'm talking to this customer. 9 times out of 10, waiters and waitresses don't know their clients. They're just a face. And by being able to track this and get their name in there, they're able to call them by name, so they're building that relationship. And what is so beautiful in my mind, I'm a waitress, this client comes back in again, and they give the name, everything is already there. Everything is already there for them, so that you don't have to go through that but one time. I think that's a lovely feature.
And that's well said, and I'm glad you pointed that out, Wanda. And I was also, this is Rick, I was just going to add that the nice thing about this, I was sharing a little bit of this with Wanda this morning before the call, is that this is all customizable. As we go and we identify features and benefits that need to be implemented into the system for that particular customer or the whole industry, Joel will have his people do that for us. Isn't that right, Joel?
Yes, that can be done. Of course, the system has many of the features already needed, but if you have a client that wants to work a specific way, that of course includes a charge, a customization fee, but yes, it can be done. It can be tailored to a specific need. And to complete and answer the question of the gentleman, yes, you can add that customer, and then when you go here on hold, you will see the name of that customer appears here immediately. And you can continue adding to that specific order, as we said before.
And
okay.
Is there a limit, Joel, on how many of those orders or how many of those customers you can put on hold? I think I heard Mark say there's no limit. It's unlimited.
Yes, there's no limit for that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And go ahead, because I've got another question here. I'm going to wait to answer it until we're done here, so I can share my screen and show some of the associated products that go with this.
Okay. Here, you were talking before, Rick, about line busting. Right. Are you seeing my screen right now where you see 2 ladies, right?
Yes, sir, we do.
Okay. This is a real life video that was taken from another of our clients, and what is happening here is exactly what you're saying. There is a line back here. If you can see it, there's a line of people here. You see them?
Yep.
And she just moved out from the lane, and she went to this guy with the with the device that we're looking right now. He's scanning those liter bottles. He counts them. Now he's gonna beam. You see the laser?
The infrared laser, yeah. I see it light up his hand as he scans it.
Exactly. He scanned them. Now the ticket is composed. You can see exactly what I've been showing to you. Now he's gonna take assign the tax, and the transaction will be complete. He's saving, and you will be able to see how he prints out also. He's gonna now take there's a printer printing, you see?
Yep.
And he just finished the transaction. And now she's gonna pay with cash. She's saying exactly, why do I have to go to the line to pay? And he said, no, you don't have to go to the line. You just pay me cash here. Wow,
that is so cool.
And that's it. And as you can see, this is a real life video of one of our customers using this on a trade show. And as easy as that, you saw how easy, how fast the transaction. Of course, she's paying off cash. If she were paying on a credit card, it was just a matter of swiping the credit card on the swiper, which is embedded to that device that he has on hand right there, and that's it. Okay?
All right. I've got another question here from Anthony. Anthony, by the way, I'm going to cover your previous question regarding getting an idea of the cost to the end user, the mom and pop shops, and I'll share with you those. Well, I'll just answer you. Typically, it's on a 48-month lease purchase, depending on what they're purchasing, for, whether it's an iPod with the sled or an iPad with the swiper, from $69 a month on a 48-month lease purchase to upwards of $250 a month for the whole package. With the dock and the I Love speakers, the ZagMate keyboard and case, the TV. There's a number of different peripherals that we'll share with you here in a little bit. But that gives you an idea. They can get started for about the same that they're acquiring the hardline electronic terminals for. And that's, they can buy it cash, or they can get the already approved leasing packages. And, you know, that makes it the easiest because you can just go zero down. You don't have to get any cash. You just get a voided check, and you go from merchant to merchant placing these things. And let me tell you what, that residual check adds up pretty quick. Anyway, I've got another question here from Anthony. Is this meant to augment the POS touchscreen already in place at bars and restaurants? Joel, I'll give that to you.
Okay, that's important. Although this can be used on restaurants and bars right now, an important thing is that right now I think it's geared towards small and medium size. Why? Because large operations like hotels, big restaurant chains like Chili's, Uno's, and those ones, they already have some systems like the Micros or Radiant systems that right now are Aloha, exactly. And our system can be used. It can be used to take the payment at the table, of course. But the actual order, the actual food or beverage order, as of today, needs to be taken directly under current fixed POS that they have. That kind of systems, they are very, very close because literally they want to charge large amounts of money, hundreds of thousands to those chains, and they have the system very, very close. It's very difficult to talk to those systems up to now, although we are already working on that, but as of today, and I don't see that any near right now, not less than 6 to 12 months that's going to be ready. So right now, in summary, it can be used by small and medium restaurants or bars that they are willing to use the system without Micros or any of those things. It will communicate to their QuickBooks or